Hi guys, I went out and did a bit of toy hunting today. I hadn't been out for a few weeks, so I just wanted to see what was going on and see if anything had changed, but pretty much it was the same state of affairs. You can see a lot of peg warming Last Jedi figures there, a few solo figures. I only went to the one shopping centre or shopping plaza, and they had two sort of department store chains there and a specialist toy store chain. So this is a Target store, and they actually had a few 6-inch Blake series figures as well, which is interesting. And a few vintage collection figures, and like I said before, a bunch of peg warming Last Jedi figures, a few solo figures as well. But as usual, the Range Trooper and the Midman Stormtrooper were gone. Everything else is still sitting there. They had a few. I don't collect Hot Wheels, but they had a few of these Hot Wheels vehicles. I don't know much about them, but I was just interested by the card backs. It seems to be like a master and an apprentice type line, so it's pretty cool. So there's also a Big W store at this shopping centre, and they had plenty of Star Wars stuff for a change, but it's the same old thing. Heaps of vintage collection actually. I'm starting to get a bit worried. This wave 1 is starting to really peg warm. I'm concerned about what is going to happen when wave 2 comes out. A store's going to be reluctant to $188 for that big, so-called big Millennium Falcon as well. That's insane. So a store is going to be reluctant to put out wave 2 of the vintage collection when that is released because of these seemingly peg warming wave 1 figures. But they did have a Mimban Stormtrooper, so this is only the second time I've seen this figure in store, and I grabbed him. Alright, so this is my meager haul from my toy hunting trip. Now, as I said, I went to a third store at the shopping centre, but I didn't film in there because they sort of give me a hard time when I've tried that in the past. So I picked up the A-Wing and the R2-D2 from that third store, which was a Toy World store. So that was pretty cool to find them. They were half price, that's the only reason I picked them up. So here's the Mimban Stormtrooper that I picked up from Big W. Like I said, only the second time that I've seen this figure in store. The first time I picked it up and gave it away to a good YouTube and Instagram mate of mine, Mr. Rogue One. He was really desperate to find this figure and couldn't find it in his area, so the first one I traded with him. So it was pretty cool to pick up another one for myself. I've got the vintage collection version store exclusive on pre-order, but that's pretty expensive here in Australia, so I don't think I'll be picking up a second one to open up, so I'm going to have to be satisfied with the 5 POA versions loose, unfortunately. But it's the way the cookie crumbles. And then from Toy World, I've got the R2 figure here. You can't really see the price tag very well, but that was sort of half price. I think it was $8 normally. They sell them for $15, so I thought I'd pick him up. You can never have too many R2s in my opinion, and I've been sort of experimenting with custom painting on figures, so I might try and dirty this guy up and turn him into a Dagobah R2 or something like that. And then also from Toy World, I picked up this Resistance A-Wing fighter. Now, I like the look of these vehicles, sort of. I know they're a bit undersized, but I sort of half thought about buying them, but I hadn't really wanted to. But again, you can't really see the price tag there, but this is half price as well, so normally Toy World anyway sell these for $60, and they had it on sale for $30. So a 5 POA figure like that pilot figure that you get included in this set normally costs $15 here in Australia, so for $30 I thought, what the hell, I'll buy it. And I thought it'd be make for an interesting comparison with the Power of the Force 2 version of the original trilogy A-Wing, so I wanted to check that out. So yeah, I grabbed it. Alrighty, let's crack this thing open and take a closer look. I'll just give you a really quick look at the figure and the vehicle, because what I'm most interested in is the comparison with the Power of the Force 2 version of the A-Wing. So here is the included pilot 5 POA figure. It's A-Wing pilot Tally, and unfortunately, spoiler alert, she bit the bullet in the film. I guess it's nicely enough done. It's very basic. Paint's very basic. Looks okay. It's nice to see the helmet has a clear visor, but the helmet is not removable. And in my opinion, all pilots should have removable helmets. It's not too difficult to do these days. So, I mean, they were doing it years ago, so that's a bit of a letdown. But yeah, not too bad. And here is the vehicle itself. And like the figure, it's not bad. It's pretty basic. Basic paint, basic sculpting. Yeah, it looks alright. As you'll see when I compare it to the Power of the Force 2 version, it's a lot smaller. But yeah, I can see kids having a lot of fun with this. It's got the firing projectiles on the side there. Each one of those 2 side cannons fires a take your eye out missile. Thank God there's no Nerf involved. You can see the Force Link logo on the bottom there. Unfortunately, you're going to be devastated, but I forgot to hook it up to the Force Link in this video. But yeah, there's not a lot of weathering. Like I said, basic paint, bit of weathering on the nose there, bit of weathering on each side. But that is about it. Now onto the comparison. This is what I was most interested in having a look at, and just the front on view, you can really see the size difference there. I mean, the Power of the Force 2 version has 3 dedicated sort of landing gear undercarriage type things, whereas the Last Jedi version only has a front landing gear, and then at the back it rests on the sort of tail fins. But yeah, but you can see the difference in the size, the I guess thickness of the vehicle. Yeah, there's a look at the undercarriage. I really love that Power of the Force 2 version, and the new version only has 1 landing gear. So when you have a look at them from above, I don't know that it shows very well in this video, but the new version is actually slightly longer than the older one, and it's slightly less wide as well. But you can see the difference in the bulk, like the around the engine area, around the rear section of the vehicle as well. You can see the difference in the bulk there. Obviously the difference in the size of the tail fins. The engines in the older version have like clear plastic elements as well. The newer version doesn't have. So they've definitely cheaped out a bit, as we all already knew with the newer vehicles. But like I said before, for 30 bucks, I can live with it. Okay, I think that'll just about do it for this video. So that was just a bit of toy hunting and then an unboxing of the Last Jedi Resistance A-Wing. As I said, I picked that up on clearance at Toy World. They actually had the police speeder or whatever it's called from Canto Bite as well on clearance for $30, but I didn't pick that up. So if you're in Australia and you haven't already got these vehicles and you're near a Toy World, check them out. You might be able to find them on clearance as well. Okay, as always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and may the force be with you.